Greetings, my name is Justin Jones-Fosu. I am a leadership speaker who focuses on employee performance and engagement. And some of my research dives into what I call embracing everyday diversity. And right now, I think is a great time for us to figure out how do we actually practically embrace everyday diversity. So I want to share a little bit of my research with you. I want to do it in what I call 5 by 5. That means I'm going to give you 5 videos in 5 minutes or less that will help to illustrate how we can better love ourselves, see each other as human beings, as well as being able to engage society in a way that maybe we didn't understand before. And it really comes down to starting off from a simple place. Like when you think or hear the word diversity, what automatically comes to mind for you? If you're like most people in my audiences, it comes down to race or ethnicity or religion or country of origin or language or gender or sexuality or socioeconomic status and a lot of different other things like ability, right? But what I begin to see is that there are some issues that were being addressed. And what people began to do, as a person who's worked in corporate America and helping implement diversity, is that we leapfrog to the micro areas. We leapfrog to race, ethnicity, sexuality, gender, all these things, which are very good things, right, to think about in the process. But what we missed is that we missed something so foundationally fundamental, is that while we leapfrog to the micro, we miss the macro. And is diversity at its simplest form it's not necessarily race or sexuality or gender or religion or socioeconomic status or ability. Diversity at its simplest form is simply just difference. That's the macro. I mean, think about it. Could you look similar to someone else, come from the exact same place, and still be different? Absolutely. But what we begin to miss is that if we can never get this difference here, the macro, we'll never get the micro of difference. And that's why I've known in our society that we have done what I've called, we have a lot of people who have great head knowledge about diversity, but very few people who have a heart knowledge about diversity. And the heart, ladies and gentlemen, is where truly real change, real things happen and things begin to become different for us as we embrace everyday difference, everyday diversity. And so I want to do in these 5 videos, I want to do a heart exchange. I want to move from head to heart because honestly, when was the last time that you knew or heard somebody that just changed their whole outlook on life because they heard a statistic? Like 66% of people change because of this, and they're like, well, I'm going to change because of that statistic. Like that doesn't happen. But normally what we have happen is when people hear stories, when we engage in real life people, when we understand each other better, is when we begin to truly embrace everyday difference. And I have to say something because when we move to head to heart, it really challenges us to approach it differently. And I travel around the country. I mean, I speak about 55, 70 times a year, all across the country in all these places. And I have been convinced that most people don't believe in diversity. No, not at all. Most people believe in what I call diverse of me. It's the difference that's about me is the only thing that has value. And ladies and gentlemen, if your difference is the only thing that has value, that's not called diversity. That's called selfishness. And true selfishness is when it's just about you. Now, what I'm not saying your difference doesn't have value. Not at all. I'm not saying you shouldn't stand up and fight for the rights of your difference. No, I'm saying you should do that. What I'm saying is if this is the only thing that has value to me, to you, then we've lost out on what it really means to fight for everyday difference. And that, my friends, is how we embrace everyday diversity. Now, there's one thing that I want us to think about because I believe that all of us desire and aspire to be leaders. I don't believe leaders are born. I believe that leaders are bred. And one of the things that I say wholeheartedly, and I believe this to be true, is that good leaders, even just regular good human beings, they do this. They seek to be more interested than interesting. Let me say that again. Great leaders seek to be more interested than interesting. So as you're embracing everyday diversity in the rest of these videos, I want you to seek to be more interested in others than just trying to impress others with who you are. Now, let's begin and dive into embracing everyday diversity.